That was one experience. So I was floating around. I was seeking the truth, but I had been raised Christian, and so I thought I understood it, and so I was beyond that at that point. I was looking for the deeper, Eastern traditions and things like that, and I basically floated through every little, you know, religion or philosophy, just seeking after the truth, and that ended up leading me towards esotericism and occultism, reading about Kabbalah and Hermeticism and Gnosticism and all that stuff.
Kind
And
of, kind of like Father Seraphim Rose that way.
right, and Father Seraphim Rose was a major part in my conversion. The Christian name I took was Seraphim, and I took that for Saint Seraphim of Sarav, because he was mugged, and I was mugged shortly before I was baptized, and so I was picking a saint.
I
That's
was
one of
going to
the
ask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the main reasons why I picked Saint Seraphim, but also because Saint Seraphim, well, Blessed Father Seraphim Rose was also a major part in my
I
conversion.
think you meant to say saint.
I did. I actually have an icon of Seraphim Rose in here with a halo, but I'm working with my priest on trying to recognize him in our parish. But basically, we got the message from the higher ups saying, we're waiting for God to show us he's a saint. We're waiting for the miracles. We're waiting for these things. And so I consider him a saint, but I'm just trying to be
I do too.
obedient, and say, okay, I'll wait for my icon to start weeping myrrh or something, but until I could officially come out and say it. But anyway, so I was looking through all these different traditions and all these different practices. I ended up getting into some really nasty stuff, practicing these rituals and occultism, all that stuff. And I spent, I want to say, about 8 years doing the hobo traveling thing. So I was very much a drifter for a large portion of my life. And I would come back to Buffalo, where I live, where my hometown is, and I would work over the summers, or sometimes I work over the winters, and then travel on the off season. And eventually, I sort of slowed down on the traveling and started sticking around more, and getting a job, living with my girlfriend at the time. This is all pre-Christian conversion, and it was through basically studying the occult and finding out about Gnosticism and wanting to learn more about this Bible that the Gnostics are basically claiming is like this magical text with all this secret wisdom in there, and so I want to know more about the Bible. And so just from studying and looking up lectures online about biblical history and different topics related to theology, and also looking up online videos about movies, because I'm an avid movie buff. I found Jay Dyer's work, and I found Tristan Haggard's work from Primal Edge Health, and it was like this slow sort of thing where I find one video and, oh, that's really good, and then I find another one, oh, I should check out this guy's channel. And then from basically hearing Jay and Tristan talk about orthodoxy, I slowly started to realize that I know nothing about Christianity. This stuff is way deeper than I thought it was, and all of this sort of philosophy that I had in my head about God and atheism and all this stuff, I thought it was so intelligent. I thought the whole anti-Christian atheist, what do you call it? Christopher Hitchens and these like collegiate academic atheists, I thought they were brilliant thinkers, and that the Christians were the foolish ones. And I started to just watch Jay completely annihilate these people in debate and realize, oh, okay, I don't know half as much as I think I do. And so Jay and Tristan encouraged all of us at that time to read Father Seraphim Rose. So I read Father Seraphim Rose's book Nihilism, and then Orthodoxy and the Religion of the Future. And those things basically combined with the work of those guys um, showed me the church, showed me the truth of orthodoxy. And then I sort of sat in that opinion for a long time. Oh, okay, I believe, that Christ is God and that the orthodoxy is the true church. you know Great, I got the good opinion, and left it at that, right? And it was Tristan who finally said, so you going to church? You got a church? You going to? I was like,
It's time.
no.
It's like, come on, Jerry.
Right. I'm like, no, not yet. So he goes, okay, where do you live? And I sent him my address, and he's like, there's a church 3 blocks from your house. Maybe here's the phone number for the priest. Call him and go. So then I had that pressure, I don't want him to think I'm stupid. So
No,
I
but they're so mean in the Dyer Chord. They're so mean
right,
in the Orthodox Christian Chord. So
right.
mean.
Exactly. So that's why I am very much a defender of the work of Jay, the work of Tristan, and all of our friends
Same.
doing this because
I've
it
seen
does
so
have
many people come because of it and really
right.
become God-fearing, God-loving people. By the way, thank you, Axios. Axios has a really cool channel. It's got
Oh,
some really, really cool stuff. So,
right.
give him some love, guys. Give him a subscribe, and yes, I am definitely interested in what you mentioned in the last comment, Axios. If you send me an email at livingorthodoxmedia@gmail.com, I will get back to you tonight. And that's the same to anyone else who wants to reach out to me. Please reach out through there. My sister actually is the one who manages that email, and all of them do get forwarded to my personal email. Death threats don't, but but anyone wanting to get a hold of me, I'm always willing to talk. Same with the Discord. I have a Discord as well. If you want to join that, I will include a link later on. It's pretty much in all my video descriptions, at least on my recent ones. And because I've gotten better with technology, and you can reach me through there too. I'm always willing to set up calls and talk to people.